when something inside us whispers yes to growth, to healing, to change, to possibility. And here's the truth. Nothing in our lives moves until that moment. Yeah. Not spirit, not the universe, not the conditions around us, not the stuck places we want to shift. Life responds to our inner consent. So I want you to think about that for a little minute. The idea of that inner consent. See, there is beliefs that we hold to be true that we may not even realize that we have. And they're beliefs that were given to us when we were children. And we came to accept them, believe them. And from then on, we have lived according to them. So in this teaching, we talk a lot about intention, visioning, treatment, practice. But none of these tools actually work until we participate with an open and willing heart. Till we open ourselves up and go, yes, I know the universe supports me and I'm going to jump in. The universe doesn't force transformation. Spirit doesn't shove us into our good. Consciousness doesn't drag us anywhere. We have to be willing. Life waits for our inner yes and our response to it. So what are you saying yes to today? Or what is it that you are imagining the universe would say yes to if you were to put it out there? See, that yes, that inner yes is not loud. It's not dramatic. It doesn't announce itself with trumpets. It's subtle, deep, aligned. And when it happens, everything changes. Have you ever had that moment where something's going on and you're kind of trying to work out the details of it? Like, what does this really mean for me or to me? Or why is this happening? And I think sometimes we have to sit in the question and allow ourselves to await the response that's coming. Now, sometimes we're in a bit of a hurry. We like to rush things a little bit. But what if we didn't do that? What if we started living with a real sense of oneness with the moment? In this moment, I choose. I choose. I choose to laugh, to play, to sing, to dance, to talk, to be present, to avoid, to restrict. I choose. So if we're looking for that inner yes, there has to come that moment of stillness, that moment where we surrender and listen. I want to share a story or a metaphor. And a sailboat moves only when the sail is open. The wind is always blowing, the energy is always present, possibility is always available, but nothing happens until the sail is lifted. Our inner yes is that lifting. We open to the wind of spirit, we stop resisting the current, we give life permission to move us. And suddenly what felt stuck begins to shift. What felt heavy begins to lift. What felt impossible becomes possible, not because the wind got stronger, but because we finally raised the sail. So my question to you then is, are you ready? Are you ready to lift that sail? Are you ready to rise to your greatest potential and possibility? Are you willing to do what it takes? Or are we holding back out of doubt or fear or worry? Are we a little anxious about really jumping in? And what would it take to shift that? What would happen if we opened ourselves up and really allowed for this transformative experience where we began to listen to the intuition coming and then act upon it. Ooh, that's a big order, right? A bit of a tall order. I got this inspiration, but I'm not sure I know what to do. Well, when it's time to do, the answers will arrive. We have to listen. Now, there's lots of things that we resist, and we know this. And as we're resisting our own good, we might be talking like, I want change, but not that change, right? I want healing, but not if I have to be vulnerable. Can anybody relate to that? Have you ever had a moment where you knew there's just this one little thing you needed to do, but there was a part of you that went, I can't do it because it would make me too vulnerable? And we may not even use those words, but at some point we might hold back and hold off and go, well, maybe later, or maybe another time. Well, maybe now is the moment. Maybe now is the time. What about, I want abundance, but I don't want to change my thinking. I don't want to change the way I do things. Anybody ever do that? Me. I want love, but I don't want to risk anything. See, I fell in love once and it wasn't very good, and so I never want to do it again because I might get hurt. But what if you don't? What if you fall in love again and it's the most beautiful, remarkable, dynamic relationship ever? Sometimes we have to risk. We have to be vulnerable in order to accomplish what it is we are here to accomplish, because all of us have a little something we're here to do. No one is exempt from that. And whether it's raising a child, starting a big corporation, or simply basking in the sunlight, whatever it is for you, as we begin to do the things that we're meant to do, we impact everything around us. And when we want the new experience, we have to have the inner yes that will allow it. But here's the gift. Your inner yes is not about perfection. It's about willingness. Willingness. Are you willing? It's not about having everything figured out. It's about opening enough for spirit to meet us. Stepping into a bigger arena and going, yes, I'm ready. And then watching how things move. Now, I want you to think about any major shift in your life, any time that things have really kind of flipped upside down, inside out, and fell full open. There probably was a point in you when you said something like, I don't know how, but I'm willing. Or maybe, I'm scared, but yes. Or even, I'm done with the old story, yes to something new. When we get to that place sometimes, I know I've had moments like that, where I've sat back and went, enough of this, I need something different. And I'm willing to do whatever it takes to get there. Have you had that moment? So I want you to take just a couple of minutes right now and grab a piece of paper or a little notebook if you don't have one, and a pen or pencil. And I'm going to give you just maybe about 4 minutes just to write down a moment when you knew it was time for a change in your experience. Just write a little bit about that so you get a sense of what that felt like. And I'm going to set a timer. So 4 minutes? Yeah, 4 minutes I think is best. 4 minutes, and then I'll bring you back in. You've got about 1 more minute. All right. I hope everyone's had a chance to write down what. So as you look at that, whatever you've written, the yes becomes the opening where spirit can work. So when we set an intention, when we decide that, yeah, I'm ready, when we do that, we sort of open up the doors so that something can happen through us. It's that opening. So the spirit doesn't need our permission, but it's because consciousness shapes what happens in our experience of life. So it's really, really important. Spirit amplifies what we're willing to accept. It doesn't amplify confusion or resistance or a maybe, but it amplifies our clarity. It amplifies our willingness, that inner yes. When we say yes and become fully available to it, life gets to work. Doors open, ideas emerge, people show up, better questions arise, old patterns dissolve. So let's just take a pause for a moment. Take a breath. And then ask yourself, where in my life am I ready to say yes? Maybe it's what you wrote down on the paper. Maybe it's an idea that's been in mind for some time. Where in my life am I ready to say yes? Not a giant yes, not a dramatic yes, not a perfect yes, just a true yes. I remember when I thought of bringing Science of Mind to Toronto, there was a real clear understanding in my mind that this was for me to do. And so I arrived here and got to work. I've been here 25 years now, and this is the second center, and we're just beginning. We're just getting rolling, and it's incredibly exciting. But it could only happen because of me saying yes. And for all of you who choose to participate. And just like, a sailboat can't move without the wind and the sail, we are not going to move without a willingness to open up to a grander vision and idea of who and what we are. If we're willing to really stand up and stand out, the ideas will come, the way forward will show up. We will know what to do when it's time to do. You've got to remember, we're human beings, not human doings. So your inner yes is the key to moving forward. It is the key to expanding consciousness. It is the key to awakening to the true nature of us, the true possibility. And when you think about, each one of us is born with a particular mandate, let's say. I think we all have a little something that's unique to us, because every human being is unique and special. And because of that, because we have that uniqueness, because we have that ability, we move forward in life with a deep sense of grace. And that changes everything. When we get clear, the universe is bang on right there, ready to move us forward. We don't need a detailed plan. We don't need a dozen steps. We don't even need to know the whole path. Our task is simply to say yes. Yes to the idea. Spirit looks after the rest. I mean, you lift the sail and the wind takes it. If you say yes, the path will be revealed. That's how it works. It's about us opening up, expanding into a deeper consciousness, allowing ourselves to be vulnerable, to be seen, to be heard, and to be who we truly are. Yes, it is that time in life to become, to be who we truly are. And I wonder, are you ready? Are you ready for that? Yes? Maybe? I believe it's time. And the universe is just waiting for that yes.